Hello there, I am here with a new game called Farm Together, not Create Farm. And I'm just going to have a quick look at a few things here. We're going to start a new farm and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a playthrough. Now I'm told this game is a little bit like a Facebook game in the past. I honestly don't remember the name of it. I've never seen it, never played it, but other people tell me that it was very similar to that, except way, way, way better. I have nothing to compare to. All I know is I think it's cute as hell. Now you can start with 4 different types of terrain. I'm just going to start with the default. We're going to look at that because I don't know what to compare it to, and I'm just going to call it Home Farm. It's just going to be my home farm, and that's good. And I'm going to say okay. Now I've got one here I've been playing around with a little bit, but now we're going to go and have a look at this. So I've just been trying to learn the game a little bit, so I was a complete idiot when talking to you guys. I do enough of that. At any rate, so we do have a little tutorial on. I'm not sure. I don't remember doing a whole hell of a lot with that, but you know, you can press the right mouse button to go, or you can hit shift. If you're used to playing the games where shift is a run, you're going to feel very comfortable with this. So this is the little default farm. You just got this wee little square. You've got the stone walls around it. Now we will be able to buy other bits and pieces. I haven't done much of that. Well, actually, I don't know if I've done any of that yet. But you can buy things once you reach a certain point along the way. Now if we hit the escape button, you get this stuff. So here's your inventory. You'll be able to find out what you have, if you have any quests going on. And right now, oh, I didn't know. So this one is across your account and not by farm, because I've been planting ferns. I guess there is a festival going on. It's only got a few days left or something for it, and you're going to get whatever these things are. That looks interesting. I like that. I don't know if that's a gun. I have no idea what that is. Bagpipes. I don't know what it is, but and then here's a little quest. Now you're going to be getting these rewards. There are 4 different kinds of, I'm going to call them currencies. If you look at the upper right hand corner here, you see the little clock. It's telling us that it's partway through spring at this point. We have gold, we have diamonds, we've got ribbons, and these little tickets, and you get them in different ways and you use them for different things. So there we are. We've got some potatoes. Aren't they cute? You know what? C lets you move around, so you can get in relatively close here. We're going to plant some lettuces and we're going to plow the land. Now we can click to water. Now I want you to look in the bottom right hand corner. Right now you see there is the watering can there that's kind of large to the far right, and we have some other options, the Q, the Z, and the X, and they're pretty much always there. It will tell you what you can do on any particular square that you're in. This has got the watering can over it, so if I just do a regular left click, or whatever your default mouse button is, it is left for me. And then this has the basket, so I will be harvesting, which apparently these are some tough little lettuces. Ow! It's hard. It's so hard. It's the cutest game though. Isn't this Toots Adorbs? I just love it. I absolutely love it. 'Tis most beautiful. Now you can see the lettuces I'm pulling. When you do have an active quest and you do something that relates to that quest, on the right hand side there, the little quest box, called, this one in this case is called Together Forever, that's going to pop up and show you that you are making progress on that. Now I want to show you something. It may be too late for these. This one, if I look in the bottom left hand corner, it says there's 36 or 37 seconds left. If I water it, okay, it's too close to change much. But what can happen a lot of times, when you see the watering can over and you go and water it, it's going to lessen the amount of time that you have to wait. And this is actual real time. If it's saying you've got 36 seconds, it's 36 seconds. If it says you have a day, you have a day to wait before you can harvest something. So watering it can take anywhere from, 15 minutes up to several hours off the waiting time to harvest something. Now I'm going to show you the little well over here because it's kind of cute. It's a wishing well. I come over here and harvest I actually get 25 gold. So if you're in a pinch and you need a couple of, you need a bit of gold to actually even be able to plant something because you've gone and blown all your money, has happened. You go over to the wishing well and at least pick up 25 gold, or you can put a whole group of them down. Now I'm going to show you with this one. You see the peanuts, bottom left? It says I have 4 minutes. When I water that, it drops to 1 minute 57. So I've dropped half the time, waiting time, off these things by actually watering them. Isn't that lovely? That is really good. So some things you can put in, it says it takes a day or 2 days or 3 days, but you can go over and water them periodically and change that rather dramatically. So I'm going to head and pull these because I know I can. And just a regular click, and the little hints are always there at the bottom right hand side of the screen, so you don't ever have to worry really too much about remembering, oh, which key was this or which key was that. It's a very kind little game, and as you can see, the little lettuces are coming along nicely. I'm gonna have to plant some peanuts. Now these, they're not asking to be watered. It says 3 hours and 53 minutes. Let's water them, and it dropped to 2 hours and 32 minutes. So even though it's not asking for water, it is often worth going over and trying to water things anyway, because you can drop the time a lot. Now that won't work immediately after. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. If I go and do it now, nothing happens. There's no difference at all. It's still 2 hours and 28 or 50 minutes in this case. So this pops up to show me that my little chickens are getting low on food, and I can give them some feed to keep them going. They're gonna lay eggs for me. Oddly enough, go figure, right? And we've got some fruit trees going on here too. There's an apple tree. Now apples are nice. They don't pay very much, but you can harvest them a lot. So you get it, you make it up there. Now we got peanuts to pick up here. Oh, we got peanuts. 1 toward the 20 we need for the quest. There's another there. This is 10 seconds to go. 7, 6. All right, we'll just wait that out. And we will continue to plant. There we go. Now the tutorial wants us to plant lettuces. We can absolutely go and do that. That's fine. Now if I'm standing over ground like this is called harvested land, as you can see. And now in the bottom right there, you've got the little hoe thing going on. So we can actually prepare this. We can cultivate this so it's ready to plant. Now later on, we'll be able to get, oh, I should have shown you the customized stuff to do. Yeah, I'll show you that later. So I'm going to hit the Q button at this point, which allows me to buy stuff. Now that right there says you have a quest. You've got something to do there. This, I'm going to need peanuts too, but I can't grow them right now. If I mouse over the, no, I know I can't, sorry dear. If I mouse over the peanuts, you see the information on the right. It says plant on. It's either going to be summer or winter. The sun is summer, the ice cube is winter. I'm in spring. The little shamrock up there is spring. So I'm going to have to wait till this season is over before I can plant the peanuts. And that's okay because it's almost over there anyway. But we need to plant lettuces, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And there we go. You can stop by pressing the other one to deselect it. Now we want to water them. We do indeed. And again, check out the time. It's 9 minutes. Now it's dropped to 8 something. So definitely worth watering your plants. Now the nice thing with this game, at least as far as I have discovered so far, like I said, I'm relatively new to the game, but nothing seems to die if you don't water it. It just if it says it's going to take a day, 24 hours to be able to grow, and you don't water it, then it's going to take 24 hours to grow. So that's a cute thing. It won't die if you don't water it. If you go away for 2 or 3 days, you'll come back, it'll still be there. It will be waiting on you to harvest. It's not going to die. So we're going to water these. Drop it from 39 minutes down to 20, 25 to 13. These have been planted all kinds of random times, haven't they? And there's the apples. We're going to pick little apples. Now these are nice, like I said, they don't pay a lot, but you can harvest them every season, so that's kind of pleasant. And now, did you notice just as that popped, it said full? That means if I my storage capacity here is filled up. Now there are ways, I don't know what's going to be available to me. I can do a well, I can do a vegetable stand. Now we get money when we harvest the plants, but the vegetable stand, if you look over here, clicky, clicky, clicky. When I sell the goods, I'm going to get some of the little diamond currency, and I'm going to get a certain amount of XP for this. We've got the money to do this, so I'm going to grab that. And for right now, I'm just going to put that right here. This is a little bus stop, it's called, and I'll show you what that does here in a moment. Now, with the little pink box over the top, that tells me I can do something with it. To be able to sell off some of my veg, I just come over and click on it, and I've gotten, you know, 5 of the diamonds, and I've gotten some XP here, so that's good to know. Now the apple trees, I'm going to hit escape again. My vegetables and fruit. Okay, I've got a ways to go for the fruit, so that's okay. Because fruit doesn't sell in the vegetable stand. You've got to get a fruit stand for that one. So you've got to get a special stand for your eggs and your honey and your milk and your cheese and your jam or whatever it is you end up making in here. I'm going to go check this apple tree over here. Now the tutorial is saying we can move things. And so far I've been able to move anything I've tried. Maybe there's something in the game you can't, but I haven't run into any of that yet. So we hit the Z and you get the outline, and you can just pick it up and put it wherever you want. Now the nice thing is we've got a couple of apple trees here. We've got this one way down here kind of in the way. These are transplantable as well. I hit the Z button and I can pick these up and haul them over here, so they're all in a nice, neat, tidy place when it's time to harvest them, which is not a bad idea. I mean, the game starts out this default map, which is the only one I've seen to date. Oh well, I've seen other farms, and that is another thing you can do here, is you could go visit everybody else's farm too. And if you want to level up, if you put yourself in a position where you're waiting on your own crops, you're looking at this and going, oh, 13 minutes. Yeah, watered that, it didn't make any difference. It was too soon. So the grapes here are 1 hour and 12 minutes, and that's dropped to 41. So there we go. Even though they're not asking to be watered, it's still making a difference, and that's not a bad thing. To be able to go over it now and again and speed things up a little bit if you want to play. So it allows you to play 2 different ways. You can put some long-term stuff in and just go play some other game and come back later and harvest, or you can plant shorter-term things and sit and actually play actively. And I'm going to grab this and haul it back too, and we'll put all our little apple trees together. Create a wee orchard. Tis most cutely. There you go. And this one needs harvesting. Just do a regular click on that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna plant some stuff. I don't know what we can afford. We've got 2,900. Okay. Now, things you can plant. Lots of veg. Now this is the, you know, as you level up your farm, these things will open. You level, which opens some things, and your farm levels, which opens some things. So there's your veg. We've got a lot of different kind of fruit and nut trees that are going to be available. There's a lot of animals, lots and lots and lots of animals, and all kinds of wonderful colors and breeds and whatever. We can do a fish pond. We can do flowers. Now flowers are nice. They come with the little border already built in, and that connects as you put them together. And they don't have to be replanted. They're kind of slow to grow for the most part. You're not going to be harvesting them all the time, but once they're planted, they're planted. You just have to go and pick the flowers as they continue to grow. So again, lots and lots and lots of buildings. There are houses. There's several different kinds of houses. You get to decorate the inside of them, put in your kitchens and living rooms, and you can cook on your stoves, and you can do all these things. And that's actually how you end up with the little tickets over here. There are a lot of different decorative items, just all kinds of stuff. Some of the other farms, and I'll go show you a couple of those here actually during this series. So I know I need peanuts, so let's plant some peanuts. Oops. Now I've got them selected, so if I just click on an uncultivated spot, it will cultivate, and then you can see the outline, the shadow of the peanuts are there. So So that tells me that's what I had selected, and I can just plant these up. I have no idea how many I needed, so we'll just go ahead and do a row here. Now later when you get your tractor in, the little tractor, at least, I mean, and maybe this changes at higher levels. All I know for me so far, the tractor does a 3x3 square. So I tend to plant everything in blocks like 9 square, like blocks of 9 squares, so. Then you stand in the center and you click once and all 9 of them are taken care of. It's amazing. So this is it. This is the game. You plant, you harvest, you rearrange things, you build it beautiful. Yeah, it's like the perfect me game. It is so cute. You can get pets, you can customize your farmer, you can change your pets, you can customize your house. You can buy lots more land, and we will have a look at that here in a second. So then I would go along and just, I have to right click to deselect the peanuts for planting, and then you just go along and do a regular click to do the watering here, which is much quicker once you get your tractor. And it is toots adorbs. It's really pretty. There's my little puppy. I haven't named her yet. Isn't she cute? That's my little puppers. You start out with a bird. I think a choice of 2 birds. You can change the colors and stuff on them if you want to. You get different colors, different little name tags and stuff for the animals. There's a lot of different cats, a lot of dogs, a few more birds. I think an owl is kind of like the highest level pet or something that you can get. Suppose if you live on a farm and you manage to tame yourself a barn owl, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So we're going to grab this, and then we're going to hit the Z, and we're going to pick it up and move it back over here with our other apple trees. So there you go. So it starts on this mount. I think, are these the lemon? Yeah, these are lemon trees here. Now, this bus stop, just do a regular click on here. This, you know, you can buy land. You can buy land all over the place and expand your farm into wild and crazy places. And then you would click on a spot and travel to it. So it saves you a lot of running around as your land expands. And you see these little places here. You can go pick one or the other. You would come up here and choose that once you have a high enough level to be able to do that. So I'm going to end this one here. On the next recording, we're going to take a little tour. Actually, I'm going to show you a few things. Now, if you want to change your dog, if you want to go somewhere else, if you want to like visit other farms, if you want to change how your own character looks, you have to actually exit the game, which sounds dreadful. Except it just takes you to a quick little loading screen here, and this is where you get to move into some other bits and pieces. It's really fast. You can go back to continue on, or I mean hit resume, or you can actually exit the game. This just takes you to a screen where you can choose other places to go. So it's not quite as intimidating. What, I have to quit the game to go somewhere else? But you don't really. It just backs you up to here. And we're going to look at some of these in the next recording here. So thank you very much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed this game half as much as I do, because we're in for a ride. It is just adorable. And I will see you again soon. Live your life happy. Build it beautiful. Thank you to everyone who makes my life possible. Bye-bye.